what was the goal that you wanted each of your students to come out learning?
I mean, just a little bit more critical thinking, to be put into the woods and be put into a situation that's not comfortable to you. You really have to think. You might not have a pillow. Okay, I don't have a pillow. So how do I sleep at night comfortably? Let me think critically about this, and I'm gonna pile up a bunch of leaves and put my head on it, or I'm gonna take off my boot and I'm gonna use my boot as a pillow. So it's really about stepping outside of your comfort zones and being able to think critically to make yourself really as comfortable or as safe as you can.
So is that how you ended up building your program? It was like, let me put these guys into the most uncomfortable situations and have them realize that they can make it through. Like they can make it through anything in a way.
Exactly that.
You definitely accomplished that. I'll throw that out there, you know.
The course that you went through, when it first started, it was real easy. I mean, we were getting a lot of feedback that was just, this is too easy. I need more. I need more. And by the time you came along, I had it dialed in pretty good. And I had you low crawling up a gravel road.
Yeah. So it's really, so like each time you do it, you just make more and more improvements and adjustments to, you know, elevating the program and the experience for everybody.
Yeah, I believe real highly in negative feedback. So anytime we get some negative feedback from people, I'd think about that real critically and figure out, you know, what adjustments I can make. And man, I mean, just negative feedback is so good for everybody, you know. Just you got to eat your ego though. That's the hard part about it. But if you
Yeah.
get it done, I mean, you can make really good stuff just based off what people say.
Yeah, 100%. Let's get into my SERE experience and my class, because you mentioned, you know, you've done this a couple of times and then you get into a new class. Do you know the people that are coming into class? You have a list. It's the first time you're seeing everybody, you're sizing them up. Like, how does it work in the instructor mindset of when you first start your class?
Well, that's a really good question. So the week prior, maybe the month prior or something like that, what I'm doing is I'm doing a deep dive on all your social media. I'm trying to figure out who you are. I want to know what motivates you. I want to know when you shut down. I want to know where my line is. And I'm going to try to get as close to that line as I possibly can without overstepping it. So the months leading up to it, I'm just learning all about y'all. Usually we would have a list that would come through like a roster basically, but it was hit or miss. You know, some people would show up, some people would bring like, you know, a family member that we weren't expecting, something like that. So we really had to go, you know, on the fly and try to trick them into thinking that we were actually stalking them on the internet the whole time. The intent of doing that is, well, one, to figure out who these people are going to be and, you know, where the line is, but it's also intended to be an eye-opening experience. You know, when I start telling you about your grandmother or, you know, where you lived when you were 7 and all that was done through Facebook, well, I need to lock down my Facebook. I need to delete this thing completely or whatever it is. So a couple different intents there.